Welcome to another video on Simply Slow Traveler, this time in one of my favorite regions in Europe, the beautiful Provence. In fact, today I bring you to one day from my recent birthday week trip to Provence, and I'll show you my stay at Bastide de Marie near the town Minerve and my slow exploration of the beautiful landscape of the Luberon Valley. This is my favorite time of the year in Provence, when the lavenders are in full bloom and fill the air with such a calming and soothing aroma, with the cicadas and the bees creating an unmistaken countryside symphony under the warm sun of early July. We started our day with a generous, energizing and delicious breakfast. The weather was absolutely phenomenal, and we sat on the outside terrace overlooking the serene landscape. On the table, we found a note with the weather forecast and a reminder of the Provencal markets that we could explore that morning. We had a slow and calm breakfast, soaking in the morning sunlight and the warmth of the sun while admiring the beautiful views. As we finished breakfast, we went to get ready to explore the market in Gordes, one of my favorites in the Luberon. The market in Gordes is one of the busiest in the area. It is held in the center of the town around its castle, and a few dozen stalls are set on the streets selling everything, from fresh fruits and vegetables to cheeses and charcuterie, condiments and snacks, decorative items for the home and the kitchen, utensils, clothes, accessories, you name it. What I like the most is just wandering around, smelling the freshness of the fruits and vegetables, the richness of the cheeses, the aromas of flowers and home scents, and watching all the vibrancy of the products displayed and the energy of the marketers that does not dwindle the tiniest throughout the entire morning. Throughout the whole morning, this gentleman plays his saxophone, bringing a now traditional soundtrack to the Gordes market. The Gordes market takes place every Tuesday morning, and like most Provencal markets, it is there all year round. Every day there are a few markets in different towns in Provence, and this is something definitely not to be missed. If you are visiting the area, I share on my guides to Provence my favorite ones, along with when and where they take place, and more tips on how to get there and what to find in each. Midway through the morning, we decided to sit for a moment and get a refreshment at the La Dourée, right in the center of Gordes. Their flowery terrace, a little corner shaded from the hot July sun, is the perfect place to relax for a bit while watching all the buzz going on across the main square and to eat a couple of delicious macarons. Afterwards, I went exploring Vanille Lila, the boutique store of the hotel La Bastide de Marie. I always love to check out what novelties they have in store, whether that is on decoration, clothes or accessories, or their beautiful wines or olive oils. I didn't buy anything this time around and kept on exploring the back streets of Gordes away from the hustle of the market in the center. There are so many picturesque corners with views of the hills around Gordes and the plains down below, and you definitely feel like you have been transported a few centuries back in time while wandering about its cobbled streets sided by stone houses with their pastel-toned shutters. Time flies in Gordes, and before we noticed was lunchtime. We had a table booked at the Clover Gordes restaurant and sat out on the shaded terrace with these expansive, beautiful views. You wouldn't be in Provence if your meal did not start with a bit of bread and olive oil, chosen from their lovely selection. As the heat called for it, we also chose a couple fresh cocktails to kickstart our meal. After an appetizer, we shared the tuna carpaccio with capers and a grilled eggplant with mustard ice cream. For mains, we shared a dish of stuffed zucchini flowers with mushroom and peas, and then a pesto pasta, a very traditional Provencal dish. After a couple of hours delighting in this delicious meal, it was time to get back and say goodbye to the beautiful Gordes. As we got back to La Bastide de Marie, we were welcomed with this beautiful spectacle of color and vibrancy. It felt like we could stay here for the whole afternoon, but we wanted to go for a bike ride around the Luberon. This was one of my favorite activities on this stay in Provence, as we could leisurely explore the area, admiring the hilltop villages, the vineyards, the plains and lavender fields scattered around the region. We stopped frequently, taking pictures of all the beautiful landscapes we passed by. In the distance, we could see some iconic Provencal towns like Menerpe, Gordes or Lacoste. While we didn't stop at any on our bike ride, as we chose to just cycle around, you can stop in all of this and explore them too. As we came full circle on our itinerary, we passed by Bunio, another beautiful little town with its own market taking place on Friday mornings, and kept going back towards Bastide de Marie. The sky cleared again for the latest part of the afternoon, and after a full day behind our backs, we decided to just relax by the pool and go for an occasional refreshing swim. As the sun started to set towards the west and the heat gave way to a lighter and cooler gentle breeze, we got ready and went for dinner at the restaurant of the hotel. The decoration of the lounging area, as well as the whole hotel, is so classic. You do feel as though you are in a ancient Provencal house that has been perfectly maintained throughout the years. Our dinner was the perfect way to finish an eventful and joyful day, with a light but heartwarming meal that gave us a true taste of the Provencal food and ingredients, put together with a modern refinement and appeal. Thank you for joining me in yet another video, this time in a region that I hold very close to my heart. I hope you enjoyed this day, and I will soon be sharing more from my birthday week trip around Provence, so make sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss those.